APIIT coordinator, Naveen Premavansha. I must say a few things about APIIT as well. APIIT is always closely associating with the education department, and we should thank them for providing such a wonderful service to the society. And this establishment, APIIT establishment, was started in 1999, and they have various courses or the degrees like business management, computing, law, etc. So I think this is one of the ideal institution where all of you, once you all complete your O levels and A levels, should join. So without wasting much of your precious time, I would like to start this seminar. We have actually today we will be doing a O-level model paper, and joining me is Malika Jayasinghe from the Regional English Support Center, Peradeniya. So she and myself, like Malika and myself, will be switching and doing the entire paper. So please stay tuned and listen. And if there's anything that you want to want any clarification in Tamil or Sinhala, please drop a message in the chat box and we will do it with you. Okay, this is the first paper. This is the first question. So before you start doing any of the questions, please read the instructions carefully. So remember to read the instruction, and while reading the instruction, make sure to capture your keywords from the instruction. So let me read the instruction of the first question. Match the following places in the town with the needs of the following people. Match is the keyword in that, in the following places. Write the letter of the most suitable picture in the box. So you're going to match. That's the prominent thing that you have to do. And then write the letter of the suitable picture. So match and take down the letter of the picture. And now see what are the now they have given you places in the town. So these are the places in the town. So these places are very familiar places which they have not given the names, but you can see. But in the first one, in the very first picture, they have in small letters, they have written zoo. And the next one is a pharmacy. And the third one is a library, post office, bank, and the other one is a police. Yeah, it's a police station. So these are the pictures. Okay, let me read the first. Let us read the sentences first, one by one. Someone wants to buy medical drugs according to his doctor's prescription. You are not going to take the entire sentence into consideration. Here also take the keywords. What are the keywords here? Buy medicinal drugs and doctor's prescription. So when you say medicine and doctor's prescription, you don't go to the police station, do you? Or do you go to the bank? Or do you go to the post office? So you can find the answer. So the answer is given. What is the answer? B, pharmacy. That's the place where you go to buy your medical drugs, which is prescribed by a doctor. So we actually found the answer with the keywords from the sentences. Likewise, let us find the answers. I will give you 2 minutes for you to write down the answer. Okay, while you are doing it, I will read it for you. Second one is, Ruvini wants to borrow a book on ancient civilization for her project. The keyword here is borrowing a book. You must remember, not only you can take a book can be borrowed only from one place. You can buy a book. If you go to a bookshop, you can buy. But here, the key word is borrow a book. So you must remember, where do we borrow books from? And the next one is, Mr. Pereira wants to withdraw money and cash a check. Pardon the mistake of a check, children. It has to be CHEQUE. There's a spelling mistake, right? Mr. Pereira wants to withdraw money. So where do we withdraw money? You must remember. And also you have to cash a check, right? Those are the two key phrases there. And the next one, grade 10 children are interested in learning about animals. They're interested in learning about what? About animals. So you should be able to see where this animal, about animal word is related to, associated to. Next one, Mrs. Silva wants to report a theft. What do you mean by theft, children? Theft is a robbery, right? So you should remember, right? Report. Where do we report? When a thief comes to your house or to your commercial place, we go to this place and lodge an entry. Next one, Mohan wants to send a parcel to his friend by post. Parcel by post. So the two keywords here are the parcel. He has to send a parcel by post. So the answer is very easy. ළමයි ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් හම්බුනොත් මේ වගේ pictures ටිකක් ඕගොල්ලන්ට හම්බුනාම ඒ pictures වලට අදාළ keywords ටික ප්‍රධාන වචන ටික ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේ question එකේම ගන්න පුළුවන්. මම කලින් කිව්වා වගේ උදාහරණයක් බලමු අපි. පළවෙනි එක බලන්න, someone wants to buy medical drugs. Medicinal drugs according to doctor's prescription. එතකොට drugs කියන්නේ බෙහෙත් වර්ග. Medicinal doctors. එතකොට doctor ගේ prescription එකත් එක්ක අපි කොහෙන්ද ගන්නෙ? එතකොට ඒකට තමයි answer එක අපි කොහෙන්ද ගන්නෙ? zoo එකෙන් නෙවෙයි. library එකෙන් නෙවෙයි. කොහෙන්ද එන? pharmacy එකෙන්. So the answer is B. தமிழ் பேசும் பிள்ளைகள் பாருங்க, உங்களுக்கு 5 படங்கள் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. நீங்க முதலாவது என்ன செய்யணும்னா, இதுல இருக்க கீழ இருக்க சென்டென்சஸ் வாசிச்சு அந்த சென்டென்சஸ் இருக்க கீவேர்டோட அந்த மேல இருக்க பிக்சர்ஸ் நீங்க கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணணும். Right, okay. Let us see the answers for the first question. First is already done, B. Second, Ravi wants to buy a book on ancient civilization. For her project is C. Library. You borrow books from the library. Then Mr. Pereira wants to withdraw money and cash the check. It's E. Bank. You go to the bank and withdraw money and do all your monetary assistance from a bank. Then grade 10 children are interested about animals. Obviously, it is zoo. Animals are associated with zoo. So A. Then Mrs. Silva wants to report a theft. I told you, when a thief comes, where do we go and report? It is F, the police station. And then the last one is he wants to send a parcel. Mohan wants to send a parcel to his friends by post. Of course, the last remaining picture is post office. Let us go through the answers again. B, C, E, A, F and D. Remember children, these are very easy questions where you have to get all 5 correct, 5 marks. If there is any doubt or if you want any clearance, please drop a chat. There is any clearance that you want to do, please write it in the chat box. Already, yeah. C, E, A, F, D. Correct, Puta. Vishmi, Aberatna. Correct. Your answer is correct. And others, please. Do you want? Yeah. I'll repeat the answer again. B, C, E, A, F, and D. Please write the answer if you have not written the answers. Let us move to the second. Madam, there's a question. Madam, can you share the tute? We have already shared the paper, it's there. They have already shared. Can you please check in the chat box? We have already shared. Okay, let us move to the second question. Yeah, let us move to the second question. Question number 2 is, they have given a notice and you have to fill in the blanks. Once again, we have to read the question and find the keywords. Okay, test 2, fill in the blanks. So that is where you have to underline or get the keywords. Fill in the blanks in the following advertisement using the words given in the box. Fill in answers where from the box below. Let us read the words given in the box. Write the letter. You have to take, as you did the first one, you have to write A, B, C, or D in the blanks. Okay, first one is done for you. Photography classes for beginners. Learn the basic techniques to take photographs. So think of all these, put everything into your mind, each and every word that you are going to fill in. You have to find from the end, read the entire sentence and see. Sometimes the word which you are going to fill may be coming from the beginning of the sentence or the post, pre-sentence or the post-sentence. So let us read the words in the box. First one, conducted. Second one, classes. Third one, school. D, information. E, course. F, director. The very first one is done, children. They have cut it off. That is another point that I wanted to emphasize here. When you keep on adding the correct word, when you take one word from the box, please cut it off so that it will be easy for you to find the answer with the remaining words. Okay, let's read the words again. Conducted, classes, school, information, and director. Okay, the first one. 3-month certificate, answer is the course on photography for blank leavers. Commencement. What do you mean by commencement? Begin of. On Sunday, they have given the date 20th May 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Lessons are, it has to be a past participle because it says by someone, right? By Mr. Ruwan Pereira. Then blank, Photographic Club of Central Province, Sri Lanka. Course fee rupees 25,000. For more blank and registration, you have to call Minuri or you have to email. So this is actually a notice. Sometimes you get notices like this in the in writing questions. Okay, let's go through the questions now. 3-month certificate course on photography for whom? Leavers. It has to be school leavers. School leavers. C. Commencement of classes. I told you commencement kiyanne patan ganna එක. Thodanguthal. Commencement of classes on Sunday 20th May 2023 at 8 a.m. Lessons are conducted. Lessons are conducted by Mr. Ruwan Pereira. That is A. Then Photographic Club of Central. Yeah, conducted is A. And then lessons are conducted by Pereira. Then number 5, Blank Photography Club of Central Province. What do you mean by that? Director Photography Club of Central Province, Sri Lanka. Course fees. For more, when you want to find more things about them, or when you want to get more facts about them, you say for more information. D. Okay, information. And registration, call Menuri. Shall we read the answers? First one E, second one C, number 3 B, number 4 A, number 5 F, number 6 D. Some of you have shared your answers in the chat box. Yeah, C, B, C, B, C, B, A, F, D. Correct. Some of you have shared it in the box. Okay. Next. Over to you, Malika.
Thank you, Sashi. Right, test 3. This is another very easy question you will get in your O-level paper. Your word power and the reading ability is tested, are tested here. The words that you have learned from grade 3 onwards are tested in this question. And you will get a text with blanks, a picture to study as well, and you will also get a list of words to fill in the blanks. So I think you are given sufficient support to do this test item in the O-level paper. So I think you are familiar with this question a lot. Let's study the picture first and identify the words, nouns and verbs and other words given and appear here. You have to study the picture, noticing everything happening in this place. Right. Now, what are the things that you can see? I think you can see many children enjoying at the beach. And they are doing different things. What are the things that you can see? The sea, the ocean is there, the beach, some trees, tall trees, and some rocks. What else? I think you can see, yes, the children are collecting, one girl is collecting something, maybe seashells at the beach, and 2 children in the back, they are swimming and enjoying the waves, I think. And another 2 children in the right side, they are making a sand castle. And in the front, there are 2 more children, the boys, they are eating and drinking their food and drinks. Right. Now let's see what are the words given in the list and whether you can understand the meaning of these words, right? The nouns given here are cup, trees, bag, boys, children, sandwich, mat. So those are the nouns, the things that you can see in the picture. They are singular and plural nouns, and you have to use these nouns in the blanks appropriately. And also there are some verbs like wearing, enjoying, collecting. The next word beside, I think that is a preposition that you have to use in the blank. Right. Now let's read the text given here. Right. It's a lovely day at the beach. Some are enjoying their time there. A girl is seashells on the beach, while two are making a sand castle. Another two boys are sitting on a laid under a tall tree. The boy glasses is holding a, while the other boy is trying to eat a. Some food items and a bottle are kept on the mat. Them. The two boys in the sea are the sea waves. Some rocks in front of them. Some rocks in front of the two can be seen on the beach. Right, when we fill in the blanks, I think it's easy for you if you write the words using your pencil and then replace the letters later. But please don't forget to erase them before handing over your paper to the examiner. So here you have to fill in the blanks using the words given here. So I think you can see the first one. It has already given. It's a lovely day at the beach. Now, I think you can remember while I was reading the text without filling the blanks, the words familiar to you come to your mind to fill in the blanks, right? So I'll read again with the answers. It's a lovely day at the beach. Some children are enjoying their time there. A girl is seashells. Now, what is this girl doing? She is collecting seashells into something. What is it? A bag. A girl is collecting seashells into a bag on the beach. Now, you can cut the two words that you have used in the blanks. Right. Next, while two are making a sand castle. So, what are they doing? While the two boys are making a sand castle, two boys are making a sand castle, another two boys are sitting on something. What is it? It should be mat, B. Two boys are sitting on a mat laid under a tall tree. The boy, number 6, what can be there? The boy wearing glasses is holding a cup while the other boy is trying to eat a sandwich. Now you can see the 6th blank. The boy wearing glasses. I think you can see the two boys are in the front. Those two boys are eating and drinking. So the boy wearing glasses is holding something. That is a cup. Glasses is holding a cup while the other boy is trying to eat what? There's a plate of sandwich and the boy is holding one sandwich in his hand, and a sandwich should come to the 8th blank. The boy is trying to eat a sandwich. Some food items and a bottle are kept on the mat. So there should be a preposition there. The only preposition that we have is beside, so we can use it there. A bottle, some food items and a bottle are kept on the mat beside them. Well, the two boys in the sea are swimming and they are enjoying. That swimming, the word is not there, so the word that should come is a verb which is in the list. So enjoying should be used in this blank. The two boys in the sea are enjoying the sea waves. Some rocks in front of the remaining word is trees. So we can use the last word there. Some rocks in front of the trees too can be seen on the beach. Right. So shall I read read all the answers again? You have to replace the words that you have written with the letters given for each. Right? Number 1, G. Number 2, D. Number 3, I. 4, H. 5, B. 6, A. 7, K. 8, F. 9, E. 10, C. And 11, J. After writing your letters in the blanks, you better erase the words that you have written. Right, shall we move on to the fourth question? Shall we move on to the fourth question now? It's also usually a very easy grammar question comes for test 4. It can be prepositions, pronouns, articles, or conjunctions, but most probably prepositions and pronouns come. Let's read the pronouns given in the box. There are 6 pronouns here. He, our, my, him, you, and me. So those are the pronouns given here. I think you can remember he is a subject pronoun that comes at the beginning of a sentence, and our and my comes before a noun. Him and me goes to the end of the sentence, and you can the word you can come at the beginning or at the end. So you have to keep them in your mind when you are filling the blanks given in the text. Right, after reading these words given in the box, you can go through the letter here. Actually, this is a note, the text given after that. Go through it without filling, and then in the second attempt, you can start filling the blanks. Right, I'll read it for you. Now here also you have to use the words in the blanks, but you should not write the letters because the letters have not been given. Okay, dear Aunt Malani, how are you? We'll be getting our holidays tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to visiting soon. It was a busy term as I had to finish English assignment and get ready for the unit tests. My brother Sunil was busy too, as had a practice for an overseas volleyball tournament in India. My mother prepared a lot of food items to take there. See you soon. Your loving niece, Sangeeta. So this is the text given. I think you can remember the pronouns given in the box, and while you were reading the text given here, I think the words come to your mind to fill in the blanks. Right. Now here you have to write the words. Let's start from the beginning. Dear Aunt Malani, how are you? We will be getting our school holidays tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to visiting you soon, because you should come at the end as well as the object pronoun. Right? I'm looking forward to visiting you soon. It was a busy term for me. It was a busy term for me as I had to finish. Right now here, I had to finish. So you have to use me here because I'm the one who is continuing the sentence, right? It was a busy term for me as I had to finish English assignment. Whose English assignment is that? It should be my English assignment because I'm writing here. It was a busy term for me as I had to finish my English assignment and get ready for the unit tests. My brother Sunil was busy too as my brother Sunil. It should be he, as he had to practice for an overseas volleyball tournament in India. Right. Now, what's the remaining word in the box now? It should be him. My mother prepared a lot of food items for him to take there. See you soon. Your loving niece, Sangeeta. So I think this is a very easy question, very easy grammar question. You have to use 5 words in these blanks. And yeah, shall I read it once for you? Once again. Dear Malani, how are you? We'll be getting our holidays tomorrow and I'm looking forward to visiting you soon. It was a busy term for me as I had to finish my English assignment and get ready for the unit tests. My brother Sunil was busy too as he had to practice for an overseas volleyball tournament in India. My mother prepared a lot of food items for him to take there. See you soon, your loving niece, Sangeeta. Now let's see test number 5. Test number 5 is a reading question. After reading the instructions, read the text and complete the table below. The first one is done for you. Now you have to transfer information to the table given below after reading the text. Actually, your reading ability is tested in test 5 using a very simple passage like this. Usually we get a question like this for test 5. You are expected to find specific information to fill in the second column of this table. The first column has been given. The second column you have to fill using the specific information from the passage. Now, in the first part, in the first column, you were given some items. According to those items, you had to find the answers. And now see, where can you find these answers? Now, whenever you answer to a question like this, first of all, you have to look at the 2 columns given here. The first column, I'll read out: family, muzzle, tail, color, countries where it lives, diet. Right now, you have to find out these words in the paragraph. Now, one example has given for you. So look at the first example, family. Now, where do you find this answer? From where can you find this, the answer for this question, right? Like wolves, jackals, 2 belong to the dog family. So family should be dog family. And muzzle. Where do you find that word, muzzle? In the second sentence. Now, it says, their muzzles are longer and more pointed than those of wolves. So the answer is there, children. Muzzle, you have to write longer and more pointed. So it's better if you can add than those of wolves as well. So the answer should be longer and more pointed than those of wolves. Number 3, tail. So very quickly scan and find the specific information you need to fill in the third column, the third row. Right? Now there you can get the answer for tail. In the same sentence, it says they have bushy tails. So the answer should be bushy tails. Bushy tails. Their tail is bushy. Right. Color. So where do you find the answer for that one? Color, that is in, yes, 1, 2, 3. The third line in the passage. The fur of the common jackal is grayish yellow, darker on the back and lighter underneath. So their color is grayish yellow. So you can also add darker on the back and lighter underneath because it differs. The color differs in different parts. So grayish yellow, darker on the back and lighter underneath should be the answer. Number 5, countries where it lives. Countries where it lives. So you can find these words in the passage. It appears in 5th line, 5th and 4th line, 4th and 5th line in the passage. So the answer should be, it lives in Eastern Europe, India, parts of Africa. Eastern Europe, India, and parts of Africa. That is the 5th answer. 6th one is diet. Now, what do you mean by diet? What are the meals? What are the food that they eat? So where do you find that answer? What do they eat? Their diet or the food? They eat fruits, birds, eggs, small mammals, and dead and rotten flesh of prey killed by other animals. So you can write here fruits, birds' eggs, small mammals, dead and rotting flesh. So shall I read the answers once again? Muzzle, longer and more pointed than those of wolves. Tail, bushy tail. Color, grayish yellow, darker on the back and lighter underneath. Countries where it lives, Eastern Europe, India, and parts of Africa. Diet, fruit, birds' eggs, small mammals, dead and rotten flesh. Now, children, when we are writing answers, you have to copy down each and every word with relevant punctuation marks. If you miss anything, you will not be given marks. So you have to copy the correct word spellings as well as the punctuation marks properly. If you miss anything, you will not be given marks. Right. Now for all these 3 questions, you will get each 5 marks. So I think they are very easy for you, very familiar to you by now. And I think you can get all the 15 marks. And for the questions discussed by Madam Sashikala, there are 5 questions altogether. you will be getting 25 marks altogether for these 5 questions. Right. Now let's go to the writing question, that is test 6. I'll be stopping sharing here and share my presentation. There are some questions. Yeah, one question is there. Can't we write only bushy? Yes, you can write only bushy, that is correct. But it's better if you can write bushy tail, right? Bushy is appropriate, but still you can add both the words, yeah. Right? Yeah, I'll ask to share the paper once again. One child wants to share the paper again. I'll be sharing it again. Okay. It's in the chat. You can download if you go to the chat. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, sure. Again.
Yeah. Now I'll be sharing my slideshow with you and show you how to write the answer for this question. I think you can see the question, test number 6. Let's read it. You hope to go on a trip to Colombo with your family members after the test. You hope to go on a trip to Colombo with your family members after the test. Write a note to your friend asking him or her to join you, and you have to include when, the purpose, how to go, and invite him or her to join you. I think you can understand the question, go through it, and underline the important phrases given here, and they will be helpful for you to write the answer for this question. It's a note. Now, when you are writing notes, I think you can remember the components that you have to include in the note. Right. So what are the important things here? Let's see. Now, you hope to go on a trip to Colombo with your family members after the test. I think you can write the same sentence, changing some of the words like you and your in your note, right? You, without writing you can write I. I hope to go on a trip to Colombo with whose family members? My family members after the test. So you can use this sentence in your note. I hope to go on the trip to Colombo with my family members after the test. Right. So what else can you use here? I think the last sentence, invite him or her to join you. Right. You have to include the other information as well. When will you go there? The purpose of going there and how to go. That means the mode of transport, by bus, by van, or by train, or whatever. And you have to invite your friend to join you as well. So you can add the last sentence as well by changing some words, I think. Now here, I invite him. You can't say I invite him. I invite you to join me. So that can be the last sentence if you like. So you can change some words in the question to write your answer. Okay, let's see. Now, when you are writing a note, what should you add? What should be added at the beginning? Now, if you like, you can write the date but actually it's optional. You can write the date if you like, right? When you're writing the date, it's better to write the date first, then the month, and the year after that, as you can see on the slide. It's 22nd May 2023. So after that, you have to say, I mean, you have to add to whom you are writing this note to. I write this note to my friend Radhika. So dear Radhika, I have used a punctuation mark after that, that is a comma. Right. So I'll take the first sentence, which I changed in the question. Right now, I write it. I hope to go on a trip to Colombo with my family members after the test. I hope to go on a trip to Colombo with my family members after the test. So that is the first sentence I wish to write. Then, now you have to add the purpose as well as how do you go? I mean the mode of transport. So those things also should be added after that. Now, I'll write, we plan to go on 15th Saturday by train. So the mode of transport as well as the date that we hope to go is added. Sorry. We wish to visit the Hibala Zoo because we can see different animals. So that is what that is my purpose. You can add anything that you like. This is only a model, right? And I also add, I know you also love animals. So there should be a kind of relationship between the sentences which we are writing. So I have added, I know you also love animals. So will you join us? Reply me soon. So this is what I wanted to write in my note. There are only 50 to 60 words, sorry, 40 to 50 words that I have to use here to write this note. After that, I add my name. Actually, my name is not Amasha, but still this note has written by Amasha. Now, this is how you have to write a note in the paper. You have to stick to the word limit. If you exceed, actually, it is waste of time that you can use for the other questions. So always try to stick to the word limit given. Right, I'll read out the note once again. I think you can see the components here. I have added the date because I want to mention when I write it. Okay, and then I address the person I want to write it. Dear Radhika, I hope to go on a trip to Colombo with my family members after the test. So I change the words given, the sentence given in the question to write my note. And then I added the necessary information expected for the answer. The date and how I go. We plan to go on 15th Saturday by train. We wish to visit the Hibala Zoo because we can see different animals. There I added the purpose. I wish to visit the Hibala Zoo because we wish to see different animals and enjoy. I know you also love animals. That's why I invite you. And I invite her or him saying, will you join us? So that is it. And you also can add, reply me soon, Amasha. Well, I think you can understand the question. Yes, here මේ question එකේ අතරම මේ expect කරන්නේ ඔයාලට මොනවද මේකට add කරන්න ඕනේ කියන එක අපි මේ දැනගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට මේකේ පළවෙනියට දීලා තියෙන sentence එක මම වෙනස් කරා. එතකොට අපිට වචන ගානක් මේ එකතු කරගන්න පුළුවන් අපේ මේ test item එකට. ඒකයි මම you hope to go on a trip to Colombo with your family members after the test කියන එක මට අවශ්‍ය විදියට වෙනස් කරගත්තේ I hope to go on a trip to Colombo with my family members after the test. I think there are a lot of words here that save your when you are writing your answer, save some words there. Right. Then I have added මම ඊට පස්සේ කවද්ද යන්නේ මගේ මේකට යන්න හේතුව ගැන කිව්වා. When and the purpose I have added that, and how to go, the mode of transport මම යන විදිහත් add කරා. ඊට පස්සේ මම ඇත්තටම මම මේක කරන්න ඕනේ invite කරන එක. මට කියන්න පුළුවන් I invite you to join me කියලා. එහෙම නැත්නම් join us කියලා. මේ මොනවාද මේ දීලා තියෙන ටෙස්ට් අයිටම් එකේ question එකේම තියෙන වචන අනිත් පැත්ත හරවලා එහෙමත් නැත්නම් will you join us reply me soon කියලා add කරන්න පුළුවන්. So this is only a model. You can copy this and change your note according to what you like to do it. Okay. Over to Sashikala to discuss the seventh question of the paper.
Yeah, I'll add a little thing. I'll just give a small explanation in Tamil. In the note எழுதுற நேரம் பிள்ளைகள் நீங்க questionல இருந்தே உங்களுக்கு தேவையான words எழுதலாம். அந்த மேடம் சொன்னாங்க உங்களுக்கு youன்றத pronoun ஐயா மாத்தி அதை நாங்க வந்து தேவையான points போட்டு points எழுதலாம். எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒன்று இந்த chat boxல இருக்குது, உங்களுக்கு பார்த்து காப்பி பண்ணிக்கலாம். Right. Let's move on to the paper. Right. Let's move on to the next question. Is question number 7. Let me share the paper with you. Okay, I hope you okay. The next question is question number 7, reading comprehension. You get 2 reading comprehension questions in the paper, one in part 1 and the other one in part 2. ඔයගලන්ට reading comprehension questions දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එකක් part 1 එකේ, අනිත් එක part 2 එකේ. Right? So the question that you share in part 1 is a small reading comprehension. Right. Right. Here you get a small text. Right? It is very easy. It is one of the very easy questions in the paper because you know children, because each and every answer is in the paper itself. ඔයගලන්ට හරිම ලේසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් මේක. හේතුව හැම ප්‍රශ්නෙටම උත්තරේ මේ paper එකේම හොඳට ලස්සනට print කරලා දීලා තියෙනවා. ඔයගලන්ට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඒක හරියටම කොතනද තියෙන්නේ කියන උත්තරේ බලලා copy කරන්න එක තියෙන්නේ. பிள்ளைகள் சரியான மிகவும் இலகுவான question தான் இந்த reading comprehension. வாசித்து பதில் எழுதுறது சகல விடைகளும் இந்த டெக்ஸ்ட்ல இருக்குது. So let's see what you are supposed to do. So as we said, we have to read the instruction first. Read the following text and answer the questions. You have to read the following text, but Here, we are going to read the questions first. Let us read the questions first. What are the questions? Question number 1. As I said, here in this paragraph, right? All the answers are given in the paragraph. It is actually, the answers are in the order. First one, underline the correct answer. There are 3 answers. You have to underline the most appropriate or the correct answer. Why was the shopping mall so crowded? Here the question begins with the question word why. Why කියන්නේ ඇයි? ඇයි කියනකොට මොකක් හරි reason එකක් අපි දෙන්න ඕනේ. When a question is asked with the question word why, the answer has to be a reason. Why என்றால் ஏன் என்றது ஏன் என்ற question word. ஏன் என்று ஒரு question தொடங்கினா அதற்கான விடை ஒரு காரணமாக இருக்கணும். එතකොට මෙතන අපි we have to find the reason. What are the 3 answers given here? Why was the shopping mall so crowded? Here it says it was the Christmas day, it was a weekday, it was a Saturday. Now see, why was the shopping mall so crowded? The key points are shopping mall was so crowded. Let's find the answers. Mama හැම වෙලේම කියනවා children, my loving children, those who have joined, please remember, you have to, it's easy to find the answers if you take the keywords of the sentence. Here, why? Look at the first sentence. Being a Saturday. What do you mean by being a Saturday? It implies, being implies what? Because. Here it says because being, today is being a Saturday. Right? සනික්කලමේ ආන නාල් මේක සෙනසුරාදා දවසක් හින්දා කියන එක තමයි being කියලා තේරුම් කරන්නේ. So the answer is being a Saturday, the shopping mall was very crowded. See, your first answer is just right in the beginning of the sentence itself. So the answer here is, it was the Christmas day. No, there isn't much. They have not mentioned the crowd. There's nothing to do with crowd and the Christmas day here. Then it was a weekday. It may, it is a weekend. They have already said it's Saturday. So the answer is C. It was Saturday. The second one is, how did Janet get lost? How? Eppadi. Kohomada. Right? So we have to find the answer for that. Let us go through the text. Now see, when you go through the text, in the first paragraph, Jane was so fascinated that she loosened her grasp on her mother's hand. She was fascinated. එයාගේ සිත් ඇදිලා ගියා මේ ක්‍රිස්මස් ට්‍රී එකේ ලයිට්ස් උයි ඔක්කොම මෝල් එකේ බලලා බලලා එයාගේ අම්මගේ අත ගැලවුණා. She lost the grasp of on her mother. அம்மாவோட கை கலண்டு போகுது. Fascinated. அவ இந்த கிறிஸ்மஸ் ட்ரீ அழகு லைட் டெக்கரேஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்து மெய் மறந்து போனனால. Fascinated, right? So Janet was so fascinated that she loosened, right? So the answer is there. Now let me see. Let us go through the answer. Janet and her mother were walking too slowly. No, they have not mentioned anything. Have they mentioned anything like the mother and daughter walking slowly? No, we don't find anything there. B, Janet was so fascinated with the lights and walked away. See, the word fascinated here is found in the paragraph. Let's see the third answer. Janet did not want to hold her mother's hand tightly. It is not mentioned. She actually lost the grip, or she actually, her hand was taken away from the mother's hand unconsciously because she was fascinated. So how did Janet get lost? Janet was so fascinated with the lights and walked away. So the answer is B. right? So the answer, another, Janet was so fascinated. දෙවැනි උත්තරේ එයාගේ සිත් ඇදිලා ගියා මේ ලයිට්ස් වලටේම. එතකොට එයා අම්මගෙන් ඈත් වෙලා යන්න වුණා. So ඒක තමයි එතන imply කරන්නේ. So it is implied there. Then look at the third question. When Janet realized she was lost. When Janet realized she was lost, she felt. When එයා තනි වුණා, අම්මගෙන් ඈත්ලා තනි වුණා කියලා දැනගත්ත වෙලාවේ how did she feel? அம்மாவிடமிருந்து விலகி சென்றபோது எப்படி உணர்ந்தார்? Right? What did she feel? Now look at, let's go to the text again. See, loosened her grasp on her mother's. Then අපි ආය නැවත උඩ උත්තර ටික හොයන්නේ. Always remember the next answer will be below, not above. එතකොට අපි පල්ලෙහා බලමු. Right? Janet looked around frantically and she saw strange faces, right? And then now what did she feel? මොකක්ද යාට ඇති උනේ, right? Right, she could not see beyond the shoulders of the crowds of people. When Janet realized she was lost, she felt scared. Scared koeda? Now look at this. She started to panic. Panic වෙනවා කියන්නේ අපි බය වෙලා කලබල වෙලා එහෙම ඉන්නකොට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ panic වෙනවා කියලා. And tears swelled up in her eyes. කඳුළු පිරීලා. අපි කඳුළු හලන්නේ කොයි වෙලාවද? අපේ හිතේ දුක හිතුනාමනේ. කන්නීර් වාර දෙප්පනාග කවලේ ආර කරන යනවා. So the answer, let's see the answer that they have given. Scared. Of course she's scared because she didn't know where she was because the mother was not next to her. And then calm. Calm කියන්නේ අපි හරි quiet වලට, when you are very quiet. Can you children be quiet when you lose the grip of your mother? I don't think. Calm. So you cannot underline the answer. Calm. The next one, surprise. Surprise කියන්නේ පුදුමයටපත් වෙනවා. අම්මගෙන් ඈතට ගියාම පුදුමයටපත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ අපි. එතකොට ඒකත් අතරමං වුණාම අම්මාගෙන් අතහැරලා අතරමං වුණාම ඔයගලන් සර්ප්‍රයිස් වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ, නිශ්ශබ්දව ඉන්නෙත් නැහැ. ඔයගලන් බය වෙනවනේ. அம்மாவோட கையை விட்டுட்டு நீங்க தனியா போன பிறகு அந்த சின்ன பிள்ளை என்ன நினைச்சிருக்கோம், அமைதியாக இருக்காது. Calm means அமைதி. Surprise புதுமையா இருக்குமா? இல்ல. So the answer is scared. பய වෙනවා. So she was scared, panic, and tears welled up in her eyes. Remember children, when they ask questions in a comprehension test, don't expect everything to be direct answers. Certain question, maybe one or two questions, maybe the answers will be indirectly given. So හැම question එකටම උත්තරේ direct ම දෙන්නේ නැහැ. සමහර ඒවා indirectly. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ sentence එක හරි phrase එක කියවලා ඒකේ යට තියෙන answers තමයි ඕගොල්ලන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Right? So when Janet realized she was lost, she felt scared. She did not feel calm. She did not feel surprised, but she felt scared. ඊළඟ question එක තමයි පුතේ. Question number 4. Janet found it difficult to spot her mother because spot her mother. Difficult to spot her mother. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? එයාගේ අම්මාව හොයාගන්න, spot කරගන්න අමාරු වුණා. ඇයි බලමු. තනද තාය අවගේ කண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு கஷ்டமா இருந்துச்சு. ඒක කොහොමද එයාට ඒක අමාරු වෙන්න හේතුව මොකද්ද? answers මෙතන දීලා තියෙනවා. Tears blinded her eyes. The tears came and covered her eyes. One. Then the second one is she was having fun. Was she having fun? She was trembling. She was scared. Her eyes were full of tears. So that answer cannot be taken. Third one, the people were too tall, right? So let's see whether we find any of these similar answers in the text. Now look at Look at the sentence. Look at the last sentence in the third. Yeah, in the second paragraph. Yeah, second paragraph. No, second paragraph, last sentence. She could not see. Yeah, third paragraph, which begins with Janet looked around frantically. එතන බලන්න පුතේ last sentence එක බලන්න. She could not see beyond the shoulders of the crowds of people. එයාගේ shoulder එක උඩින් පෙනුන්නේ නැල්ලු. මං කිව්වේ කලින් කිව්වේ හැම answer එකක්ම you don't get direct answers. සමහර ඒවා ඔයගලන් කියවලා බලලා ඒකේ ඇතුලෙන් බලන්න ඕනේ. ඔව් එතකොට එයා මිනිස්සුන්ගේ shoulders වලින් උඩින් යාට පෙනුන්නේ නැහැ කියන්නේ මොකද? එයා මිටි, එයා පොඩි බබෙක්. So මිනිස්සු කොහමද හිටියේ? ඒගොල්ලන් උසයි. ඒකනේ උතන තේරුම. එයාට මිනිසුන්ගේ shoulders වලින් උඩින් යාට පෙනුන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක. උස මිනිස්සු කියන එක තමයි මෙතන ඒගොල්ලන් mean කරන්නේ. They are trying to say that people were so tall that she couldn't see beyond the shoulders of the crowd. So the people were very tall. மனிதர்கள் உயரமாக இருந்தார்கள். மனிதர்களுடைய ஷோல்டர்ஸ்க்கு மேல ஒன்னும் அந்த சின்ன பிள்ளைக்கு தெரியவில்லையா. So the answer is beyond the shoulders of the crowd place, which implies or which means people are taller than her. So the answer is there now. Look at C. The people were too tall. Janet found it difficult to spot her mother because the people were too tall. Okay. Let's move on to the other question. Question number 5. Janet found it difficult to, sorry, question number 5. What does in the blink of an eye? Blink කියන්නේ අපි ඇස් පිහාටුවක් ඇස් පිය ගහන්න ඒ තප්පරේ ඒ මොහොත කන් සිමිට්ටුම් මුන් அப்படின்னு சொல்றது தான் in the blink of an eye. It's a idiomatic phrase, right? ඒකේ තේරුම slowly, quickly, easily. අපි දැන් ඇස් පිහාටු මේ එකපාරක් blink කරනකොට අපි හිමීන්ද කරන්නේ අපේ ඇහැ නෑ easily කරනවද කොහොමද ඒක වඩාත්ම most appropriate answer is answer B, quickly. ඉක්මනට හිතාගන්න අපිට මොනවත් හිතන්නවත් බැරි මොහොතක අපි ඇස් පිහාටු ටක් ගාලා blink වෙනවා, right? So the answers for these are first one C, it was a Saturday. Second one D, Janet was so fascinated with the lights and walked away. Question number 3 A, scared. Question number 4 C, the people were too tall. And question number 5, in the blink of an eye means quickly, right? Quickly, right? Hari pute ඊළඟ question එක test 8 is write a paragraph on one of the following topics. මතක තියාගන්න පුතේ ඔයගලන් පුතේ දුවේ ඔයගලන් කියලා දෙනවා write one of the topics දෙකම ලියන්න යන්න එපා. එක topic එකක් තෝරගන්න and write a paragraph කියලා තියෙනවා. So you have to remember write a paragraph කියනට එක paragraph එකයි එක topic එකයි වචන කීයද you have to mind 50 to 60 words. ඔයගලන් don't exceed more than 60 words. Don't write less than 50 words. 50කට වඩා අඩුවෙන් ලියන්නත් එපා. 60කට වඩා වැඩියෙන් ලියන්නත් එපා. එතකොට one paragraph, one or two words දැන් අපි 62 උනාට කමන්නේ but පුළුවන් තරම් you stick to 55 words නම් ගොඩාක් හොඳ උත්තරයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගලන්ට වැඩි වුණොත් one or two words වැඩි වුණාට කමක් නැහැ. Right? Yeah, write the topic and write the paragraph. Now see, they have given the marks, content and language. That is how ඔය දෙකට තමයි ඔයගලන්ට marks හම්බෙන්නේ, right? මම sample උත්තරයක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. මම ඔයගලන්ට ඒක පෙන්නන්නම්, right? බලමු අපි උත්තරේ. right? Okay, දැන් ඔයගලන්ට පැහැදිලිව පේනවා ඇති. I'm sharing one answer here. My leisure time activity. මතක තියාගන්න, remember children to give a introductory sentence. ඕනම දෙයක්, when you go to write a paragraph, remember to write a introductory paragraph, line, sentence, right? බලමු මේකේ introductory paragraph sentence එක මොකක්ද කියලා. There are many leisure time activities like swimming, watching television, reading books and gardening, right? So if if the topic was my favorite leisure time activity කියනවට වඩා the most memorable gift that I have received, Kiwana, the sentence has to be changed like this. There are many memorable gifts I have received. Among them, Kiela, Ogalan Kamati, whatever the memorable gift that you prefer can be written there. And you have to further develop it there. So remember to write the introductory sentence in any of the paragraph. ඕනම paragraph එක, end paragraph இருந்தாலும் you have to write a introductory sentence, right? முதலாவதாக ஒரு introductory sentence ஒண்ண எழுத வேண்டும். So here the introductory sentence is, there are many leisure time activities I like කියලා ඉවර කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් you can give the examples like this. There are many leisure time activities like swimming, watching television, reading books, gardening, etc. etc. ඔයගලන්ට තව දෙකක්, or you can add more. But you have to be very mindful about the words, number of words. Among them, that is very important. Whatever the activities that I have mentioned in the introductory sentence, from them, meaning a ataratura, adanil ondru. Among them, gardening is my favorite leisure time activity. So I am continuing with the first introductory sentence. See the way the lines are combined, or how we are leading towards, or we are writing towards the end. How are we building up a paragraph? It became favorite due to, now it kiela, I'm using a pronoun without repeating this word gardening. We have studied about pronouns. We use pronouns to avoid the word repeating many times. It became, it kiyanne garden, it means gardening. It became favorite due to COVID lockdown. We started going into the garden during the COVID lockdown time. So I thought I will write it how I became liking gardening. Lockdown, which made us all stay at home. So all of us were strictly at home. So garden, the home garden was the only place where we were freely walking about. Next sentence, gardening is not only a pleasure time activity. It gives us pleasure, but not only pleasure, it is also good for your health because lots of physical activities are involved. ඒකෙන්ද අපි කියනවා it is a healthy activity. You get to know many useful things about plants. See, when you are involved in gardening, you get to know lots of plants. You get to know lots of flower plants. And when you don't know, you can Google, you can ask your parents, and you find out. So it's kind of a study. Okay, so that is what I have mentioned. You can harvest your own vegetables and consume, right? You can plant and harvest your own vegetable and consume. See, this is just a sample of a paragraph. You can write anything but you want. Most of the time, children, you can get topics like most preferable place. And another topic, a place which is attracted to the foreigners. Right? Now see, when you say the place which is attracted to the foreigners, එහෙම නැත්නම් a memorable place that you would like to visit. නැත්නම් a memorable place that you have visited. You see, all three topics, the answer will be same. The topic is twisted. ඔයගලන්ට twist කරලා දීලා තියෙන්නේ. But if you have already know how to write about a place or destination, if the topic is a fascinating destination for the or to the foreigners, destination can a place එක. So if you know to write about Kandy or about Sigiriya, which is in your textbook, it's like you could easily get at least 4 or 5 marks. So remember, මෙතන marks දෙන විදිහ තමයි content 3, language 2. Content is if you have written all the facts. What is the leisure time activity? Why is it important? And the reasoning, the introductory sentence at the beginning and the close sentence. Right? You can say, I like this leisure time activity because I enjoy කියලා ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන්. So that's the closer. So if you have included all these facts, definitely you can score 3 marks for content. Language, you have to be very mindful about how you begin a sentence, capital, simple, punctuations, how you join the sentence, and the grammar. If it is present tense, you have to write it in present tense. If it is perfect, perfect, or past tense, so you have to be very mindful about the grammar. So if the grammar is also good, if the no spelling mistakes, you can't have any spelling mistakes. For if you do not have spelling mistakes, punctuation mistakes, right, then obviously you can score another 2 marks. So you'll be deducted for capitalization, punctuations, spelling mistakes, right? For all 3, you'll be deduct marks for language. But වැරදුනත් ළමයි, even if you don't have confidence, please try to write at least 5 sentences of what you know. Remember, there are many leisure time activities. There are many. Now see, the second topic is the day I enjoyed most. මේකටත් අපි we can write a similar introductory sentence. There are many enjoyable days in my life. Or you can say, I enjoy each and every day. Among them, specifically, I like this day. මට ගොඩාක් enjoy කරපු දවස් තියෙනවා. ඒකෙන් එකක්. Right? So that will be your introductory sentence. So remember to write the introductory sentence, close sentence, and what do you mean by leisure time, and give the contents. Okay. Now let's see. Now the day I enjoyed most. I enjoy each and every day, but there is a special day. Or there is a day which I enjoyed most. Sentence you can say it can be a trip. Trip එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Or the day you got a valuable gift. ඒක තමයි වගේ most enjoyed day වෙන්න පුළුවන්. The day that you got a valuable gift. එහෙම නැත්නම් the day you got your results. Right? So it can be any reason you can write. ඊට පස්සේ introductory sentence එක, ඊට පස්සේ which is your most enjoyed day, and briefly write 1 or 2 sentences about that, and why you enjoyed. Close the paragraph. Remember, you have to write only 50 to 60 words, right? And next, so we have done 7 and 8. We will be moving to question, the part 2 paper. So, right? So we next will be right. Next page, the part 2 will let us start part 2, and over to you, Monica.
Thank you, Sasifala.
Let's move on to the ninth question in paper 2. Now, in the first paper, you have got 8 questions. Altogether, you will be given 40 marks for this first paper. And we move on to the second paper now. The first question in the second paper is test 9. Yes, actually, here also the vocabulary, the word power of yours is tested in this question. Related to a very simple paragraph. I'll share the paper with you again. Right, the test 9. Right, test number 9. Let's read the instructions first. Read the following text and underline the most suitable word given within brackets. Actually, there's one example for you. The first one has done for you. There are 3 options in the paper. There are 3 options for each blank. Now, you have to read the text very carefully and underline the most suitable word given within brackets. So these are the most important words in the instruction. Read and underline the most suitable word for each blank. You are not expected to write the answer, but you are expected to underline the correct answer. Right. Shall we read the passage first without filling or underlining the correct word? Coral reefs are fascinating. Thousands of creatures live on and around them. Sri Lanka is lucky to have many miles of coral reefs to the shore. Tourists come from all over the world to swim around the reefs, to see corals and thousands of brightly fish in patterns of great variety. The reefs also the beaches from the pounding waves. Tons of corals are every year by the shore to make line. Now, let's underline the words while reading in our second attempt. Let's see what can be the answers. Coral reefs are fascinating. Thousands of different creatures live on and around them. Now, children, ඔයාලට පේනවා ඇති creatures කියන වචනයට කලිනුයි වචන තුන දීලා තියෙන්නේ. Creatures කියන්නේ noun එකක්. So, before that, an adjective can might come. So, the answer should be different. It's obvious, right? Thousands of different creatures live on and around them. Sri Lanka is lucky to have many miles of coral reef to the shore. ඒ ආසන්නයේ කියන වචනේ මේකේ answers දෙකම ළඟින් යන answers දෙකක් තියෙන්නේ. අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් tourists come from all over the Sri Lanka is lucky to have many miles of coral reef closer to the shore or else close to shore. So both the answers are correct. So you will be getting marks for any answer if you will get a question like this, right? මේ වගේ පොඩි පොඩි මේ වෙනස්කම් තියෙන අවස්ථා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. So you will get marks for them. Tourists come from all over the world to swim around the reefs, to see corals and thousands of brightly fish. Again, there should be an adjective because fish should be modified with a kind of word. The word that should come there is colored, right? Brightly colored fish in patterns of great variety. Fish එක එක කියන්නේ ගොඩක් වර්ණයන්ගෙන් යුත් bright colors වලින් හැදිච්ච fish ඉන්න පුළුවන්, right? Patterns of great variety, right? The reefs also the beaches from pounding waves. Reefs තියෙන මේ coral පර තියෙනකොට මේ beach එකට ආරක්ෂාව සපයනවා. The reefs also protect the beaches from pounding waves. රළපාරෙන් ආරක්ෂා වෙන්න reefs උදව් වෙනවා. The reefs also protect. Now the missing one is the verb there. So the reefs protect the beaches. The reefs also protect the beaches from pounding waves. Tons of corals every year. Now it is a passive sentence, so there you have to use the past participle verb there, not break, not breaking. Broken should be the correct answer. Tons of corals are broken every year by the shore. කවුද මේ කරන්නේ? Shore dwelling, dwellers, dwell. Dwellers are the answer. Now, tons of corals are broken every year by the shore dwellers. The people who break the coral reefs for living are the dwellers, right? Every year they break these for their earnings, but still it's not a good thing. So they will break, they might break the coral reefs for their earning, living. Right, so I'll read out all the answers once again. I'll read out the paragraph, passage again. Coral reefs are fascinating. Thousands of different creatures live on and around them. Sri Lanka is lucky to have many miles of coral reefs closer to the shore or close to the shore. Tourists come from all over the world to swim around the reefs, to see corals and thousands of brightly colored fish in patterns of great variety. The reefs also protect the beaches from the pounding waves. Tons of corals are broken every year by the shore dwellers to make life. Right. Right, I think you can find the answer for these blanks if you have a good idea about how to read a paragraph using different word classes to fill in these blanks. Okay, now the words, I think it's sharing now. I'll be reading the answers once again. For the first one here, 9th question, number 1, different, it has been given. Number 2 can be close or closer. Any answer can be taken. Number 3, colored fish. Number 3, protect. The verb should be there. Number 4, again, past participle verb, broken. That is C. And the 6th one, dwellers. That is the persons who break the coral reefs for living. So that is B. So these are the answers. The knowledge about word classes will be very much helpful for you to answer this question. And yes, you will be getting 5 marks for this question. Now test number 10. I think this is one of the very interesting grammar activity that you like a lot. We'll see what's it. Right. Now, the instructions are given like this. Ruvini's mother is getting ready to go to the market. Write what her family members said to her in reported speech. The first one is done for you. Now, Ruvini's mother is getting ready to go to the market. All the family members said different things to her, and you have to report what they have told. Now, when you get a question like this, children, before start writing the answer, it's better if you can underline the words that can be changed, that should be changed when you are reporting what the other person said. So now, as an example, one example has been given. So let's go through it. I want to buy a newspaper. Now, it is in direct speech. Now you have to put that into indirect speech. There you have to add father said and that. Who has said that? The father said that. Okay. So what are the places? What are the words that you change in the direct speech sentence? Now you know there should be 4 changes. The first one is tense change. That means you have to change the verb, and then you have to change pronouns if there are any, and the pointer words like adverbs which indicate the time and place should be changed. And before writing the indirect speech sentence, you have to remove the inverted commas and should add. So those are the 4 changes. The tense change, pronoun change, adverb change like place and time, and also you have to remove the inverted commas and add that to the sentence. So I think you can remember. So always keep those 4 changes in your mind and underline the words that you have to change when you are writing the reported speech sentence. Right. Now here in the first one, I want to buy a newspaper. Children, now just think what are the words that you want to change. The pronoun I should be changed, and the verb went should be changed. So those are the only changes in this sentence when you are converting it to reported speech sentence. At the beginning, you have to add father says this. So you have to add father said that. I becomes he because he is a male. පිරිමි කෙනෙක් නිසා අපි යාට he කියලා දානවා I වෙනුවට. මොකද අපි report කරන්නේ father said that he. Now want becomes the simple past. The present simple becomes simple past when changing that into reported speech. Father said that he wanted to buy a newspaper. Father said that he wanted to buy a newspaper. But here now you can see to buy is there. It's not a main verb. So therefore we don't change 2 infinitives when changing the sentence into reported speech. So father said that he wanted to buy a newspaper. Well, now let's go to the next question, next sentence. I'll go to the Sunday fair tomorrow to buy some fresh vegetables. Grandma says, Grandma said, I go to the Sunday fair tomorrow to buy some fresh vegetables. Now, when you want to change this into reported speech, I should be changed, will go, their will should be changed, that is the main verb, and the The word tomorrow has to be changed because it's the time expression. So those are the three changes which we can see here. So if you change this into a reported speech sentence, grandma said that she, grandma is she, Ganu kenek nisa, she will go, should be written would go. Grandma said that she would go to the Sunday fair tomorrow. So you have to use there the following day. The following day to buy some fresh vegetables. Grandma said that she would go to the Sunday fair the following day to buy some fresh vegetables. Would go is the main verb, so we change only would go, not to buy. To buy is not changing. Right, number 3. Ruvini has given a list to you. Ruvini has given a list to you. Here we have to change has given, has, and to you, you. So those are the only changes that we have to do. Who says this? Yes, grandpa said. Grandpa said that Ruvini has given becomes had given. Present perfect becomes past perfect when we are writing indirect speech or reported speech sentences. And a list to her, not list to you. She says it to the mother. Grandma said that Ruvani had given a list to her. So those are the changes. Next one, I forgot to buy some eggs yesterday. I forgot to buy some eggs yesterday. Mother said that. So the changes, the word is I. Forgot. And yesterday should be changed. I forgot yesterday. Forgot, that is in simple past. So I think you can remember when there's a verb in simple past, you have to put that into past perfect. So I here is a lady, a female. So you have to use she there. Mother said that, not I, she had forgotten to buy some eggs yesterday. So that should be the previous day or the day before. Shall I read it once again? Mother said that she had forgotten to buy some eggs the day before or the previous day. Now, if you have underlined the changes, it would be very easy for you and you will not miss any detail that you have to write in the reported speech sentence. Next one, aunt. I can prepare lunch with Ruvini. I can prepare lunch with Ruvini. Here the changes I and can, the modal verb can. Right, so how to put that into the reported speech sentence? Aunt said that she could prepare lunch with Ruvani. Aunt said that she could, can becomes could, prepare doesn't change, can, she could prepare lunch with Ruvini. That's all. Those are the only changes in that sentence. Right, next one. Uncle said, yeah, Ravi will return now and you can go with him. Now the changes should be will, now, you can, him. So there are a lot of changes here. Will, now, you, can go there, can, and him. Let's see how to write the reported speech sentence. Uncle said that Ravi would return. Ravi would return. Now becomes then. Would return then. And she could go with him. She could go with him. You can go with him. She can go with him. And also you can write, you can go with Ravi if you like. Because him doesn't change in that sentence. Right. Shall I read the sentences once again? Right. The first sentence, Grandma said that she would go to the Sunday fair the following day to buy some vegetables. Grandma said that Ruvini had given a list to her. Mother said that she had forgotten to buy some eggs the previous day or the day before. Aunt said that she could prepare lunch with Ruvini. Last one, Uncle said that Ravi would return then and she could go with him. She could go with Ravi. So children, when you are converting these sentences, direct speech one into indirect speech or the reported speech, you have to keep these things in your mind. There are 4 changes. The tense change, that means the verb should be changed. The main verb should be changed. The pronoun should be changed. There may be 1, 2, or 3 pronouns in a sentence. Subject, object pronouns. So you have to be very careful to find out them and underline before start writing the answer. And the adverbs like time and place adverbs are there. Now, then here, like that. There are some time and place adverbs there. So you have to change that. Those also. And the last one, you have to remove the inverted comma and add that to the reported speech sentence. When there are some true infinitive words like to go, to eat, the verbs like that, you should not change them. You have to change only the main verbs. Okay. Let's move on to the 11th question. Over to you, Sashi.
So I hope you got a very good explanation about how to write or transfer reported speech. Remember the points that she gave. So பிள்ளைகள் மறக்காதீங்க என்னென்ன வேர்ட்ஸை நீங்க ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ்ல இருந்து மாத்தி ஒரு ரிப்போர்ட்டட் ஸ்பீச் எழுதணுன்றத அண்டர்லைன் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு அந்த வேர்ட்ஸை மட்டும் நீங்க மாற்றி எழுதுனீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ரிப்போர்ட்டட் ஸ்பீச் எழுதுறதுக்கு ஈஸியா இருக்கும். ஸ்பெஷலி அந்த 4 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு அந்த மேடம் சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க. என்னது ரிப்போர்ட்டட் ஸ்பீச்ல நீங்க அந்த காலம் டென்ஸை மாத்தணும், ப்ரோனவுனை மாத்தணும், அட்வர்ப், அடுத்தது இன்வெர்டட் கமாஸ்ல இருக்கிறத மாத்தி எழுத உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியா இருக்கும். Okay, children, I gave a small translation in Tamil. Let us move to the next question. Test 11. In this question, you are tested your vocabulary. This is a question where vocabulary or your word power is checked. Now, children, yeah, and your grammar is also checked. Now, so you can see by looking at the words, there are the and joining words are there, articles are there, words are there. So grammar and vocabulary both are checked. So your overall your language proficiency is tested in this question. So we have been learning English from grade 1. So let us go through the Let us read the instruction first. Fill in the blanks with the words given within the box. There is one extra word. Fill with the given words. Those are the very important key words here. Let us first read the words within the box. Of energy, the provided and it are available today, important from these to preserving everywhere. I think maybe one or two words may be strange. Now, when you say preserving, what do you mean by preserve? කාලයක් තියාගන්න පුළුවන් ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක තමයි සංරක්ෂණය කරනවා කියන්නේ. preserving word வந்து பிற்காலத்துக்கு நாங்க அத கவனமா பாதுகாத்து வச்சுக்கிறது தான் preserving. And provided, what do you mean by provided? Provided සපයනවා කියන එක සිංහල තේරුම, එදෙනියාவது வழங்குதல் தான் தமிழ் word. So other than that, I don't think any other word is difficult for you. Let us read the words again. Of energy, the provided and it are available today, important from these to preserving and everywhere. Meaning, take the meaning of every word to your head. After reading these words, take the meaning. Make it therum tika hondata oduwata ganda. Idanuடைய அர்த்தம் இதண்ட meaning நல்லா மனசுக்கு எடுத்துட்டு அதுக்கு பிறகு read பண்ணுங்க. Now when you go to, yeah, and also even in the previous question, when there was a vocabulary question, I think Madam Malika mentioned, you have to remember the word class, whether it's a noun or whether it's an adjective or whether it's a pronoun or whether it's a determiner. So when if you can remember where to add an adjective, where to add an adverb, you won't go wrong in filling these blanks. You know, you have to be very thorough. You won't add an adverb. noun එක ඉස්සරහ adverb එකක් අපි දාන්නේ නැහැ. අපි noun එකක් ඉස්සරහ අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම උපත දාන්නේ adjective එකක්. ඒ වගේ rules ටිකක් මතක තියෙනවා නම් adverb එකක් දාන්නේ අපි verb එකත් එක්ක. We always use an adverb with a verb, an adjective with a noun. So if you can remember these simple things, it will be very easy for you to fill these blanks. So let's see what the answers are. Energy conservation is a hot topic in the world. හැම වෙලේම මතක තියාගන්න, when you to fill a word in a sentence, read the previous and the following word for you to get the appropriate or rather a correct word. Energy conservation is a hot topic in the world. The world is blessed with energy naturally. අපිට naturally හම්බෙන දෙයක්, right? ස්වාභාවික හම්බෙන. இயற்கையாக எங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும். So naturally, what is the word given? By the earth. අපිට from the earth, whatever that we are given. So meaning of given is provided. So the first word is naturally provided by the earth. There are various forms. There should be a verb here, helping verb. There are various forms of energy. There are various forms of energy on earth. What is the word? Available on earth. Available on earth. For mankind is important. Blank important. What do you mean by for mankind? දැන් මෙතන අපි pronoun එකක් දානවා. මොකද්ද? It is important to learn the importance. එතකොට the importance of energies available today. Number 6 is today. Electricity, fuels, nuclear power plants. Then අනිත් හැම එකටම අපි සාමාන්‍ය දිගටම වචන ටිකක් කියාගෙන when you keep on saying words at the end when you join the two words you put and. Right now here see electricity, fuels, nuclear power plants, and the last word is windmills. So here we put and. Electricity, fuels, nuclear power plants, and windmills are forms of energy sources. Energy, Shakti, energy sources වලින් තමයි මේ ටික කියන එක තමයි එතන mean කරන්නේ. They are the backbone. They are the backbone of modern science and technology. Number 10, from the normal light bulb to the engines of vehicle. From to මෙතනින් අතන්ට මේකේ ඉඳලා අරකට කියන එකට. From the normal light bulb to the engines. இதிலிருந்து இது வரைக்கும். From the normal light bulb to the engines of vehicles. Energy is involved. Remember, මතක තියාගන්න from the normal light bulb to the engines of vehicles, energy is provided. For number 12, preserving energy. It is very important here, very important to reduce the consumption of energy. The wise use of these these forms these forms of energy and cutting down of energy consumption is beneficial for all of us. So when you get a paragraph with vocabulary, grammar, right, language, every language item is tested here. So you have to be thorough with your vocabulary and grammar in order to answer these types of questions. Let me read the paragraph with the answers again. Energy conservation is a hot topic in the world. The world is blessed with energy naturally provided by the earth. There are, number 2, there are various forms of energy 3 available on earth for mankind. 4, it is important to learn 5, the importance of energies available. 6, today, electricity, fuels, nuclear power plants. Number 7, and windfalls are forms. 8, energy sources. They are the backbone. Number 9, blank, of modern science and technology. Number 10, from the normal light bulb. 11, to the engines of vehicles. Energy is involved. For preserving. Number 12, preserving energy. It is very important. Number 13, important. To reduce the consumption of energy, the wise use of these forms. Number 14, these. So for each answer, you'll be given half a mark, and there are 14, so you'll be getting 7 marks for this. So try to understand the word class and the grammar item, whether it's a adjective, or when you write the answer, check and see whether you have actually put an adjective in front of a noun, if a noun is given, or if a word is given, whether you have add the adverb. Okay, children, let us move to the other question. Question number 12. Complete the following passage using the most appropriate form of the verb given within the brackets. Appropriate form of the verb. ක්‍රියාපදයක් දීලා තියෙන ඒකේ හරි ක්‍රියාපදය ඔයගොල්ලෝ use කරන්න verb විනය சொல். அந்த வினை சொல்லின் சரியான வினையை சொற்களை பாவித்து இத ஆன்சர் பண்ணணும். Right? It is a grammar question where English grammar knowledge is tested here. Now see, Kamal works for a company. Kamal works. Here, works කියන එක, it's a present tense, right? Kamal works for a company which manufactures mobile phones. ඒ කියන්නේ Kamal works තාම වැඩ කරනවා, right? Now he is working හැමදාම කරන දෙයක්. So he is working works ඒකේ හින්දා manufactures mobile phones. තාම ඒක නවතිලා නැහැ. කලින් කරපු එකක් ගැන නෙවෙයි කතා කරන්නේ. We are not talking about the past or the future. It is the present. So Kamal is the subject. So subject verb agreement. It says works and then manufactures කියලා තියෙනවා, right? He, the company blank, the company in 2019. It is the past form. We are talking about the past incident. He joined in 2019. එතකොට කලින් එයා කවදාද මේ company එකට join උනේ කියන එක. එතකොට දැන් වැඩ කරනවානේ. Now he's working. So we are talking about his past. He joined the company. එතකොට join කියන එකට අපි ed දාලා මොනවද කරන්නේ? ඒක past tense කරනවා. We make it නාග ed போட்டு past tense ආக்குவோம். Right? Simple past. එක simple past ඉඳලා අපි ed දාලා අපි ඒක මොකද in 2019. past නේ ඉවර වෙච්ච දෙයක්. ඉවර වෙච්ච දෙයක්. නමුත් මෙතන අපි present tenses වලින් කතා කරන්නේ ඒක simple past ඉඳලා අපි ed දාලා join the company in 2019 as an engineer. Before 2019 ඒ කියන්නේ තවත් කලින්, right? They are talking before 2019 he had worked. අපි had දන්නේ past perfect එක අපි ගොඩක් කාලයකට කලින් ගැන කතා කරන හින්දා අපි we are inserting had worked because we are talking about certain past. We are talking before 2019. Already 2019 is a past period and they are talking further from 2019. So we have to use before 29. We can also say before 2019 he had been working කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. Had been working as an assistant for 4 years in another company. But you can also say had worked is most appropriate one. He promoted since he completed his degree. Yeah, degree complete කරපු නෑ යාව promote උනාලු. So how do we say? He එක්කෙනෙක් හින්දා he is singular. So we say past නේ අපි දැන් කතා කරන්නේ. යාව කලින් promote වෙලා තියෙනවා. So he was promoted since he completed his degree. If it was a plural form, we would have said they were කියලා. මෙතන එක්කෙනෙක් හින්දා he හින්දා අපි past in that was කියන verb එක use කරනවා. He was promoted since he completed අපිට තව ටිකක් deeply කතා කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. You can also say he had been promoted since he completed the degree. අපි එච්චර දුර හිතන්නේ නැතුව was promoted is also correct. But then you can also say he had been promoted since he completed his degree. අනිත් එකද බලන්න next one. He blank make lot of friends during the last 4 years. Last 4 years කියන එක මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට you can say he made lots of friends during the last 4 years. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි මොනවද කියන්න පුළුවන්? He had made lots of friends during the last years and enjoyed working in the company. Enjoyed. තාම එයා work කරනවානේ. එතකොට අපි working in the company කියලා දානවා. Let's read the answer again. Kamal works for a company which manufactures mobile phones. He joined the company in 2019 as an engineer. Before 2019, he had worked as an assistant engineer for, and also you can say had been working as an assistant engineer for 4 years in another company. He was promoted. Nathan, he had been promoted since he completed his degree. He made lots of friends. Nathan, he had made lots of friends during the last 4 years. Last 4 years කියන එක තමයි වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. And enjoyed working in the company. Right, children? Since since I'm doing, let me go through question 15 and 16 before Malika madam does 13 and 14. Let's move on to question number 15, 16. I'm just jumping from 13 to 15. So let me finish my session by doing this question. Now this is another question. Can you remember I did question number 7, reading comprehension. This is the bigger version of the reading comprehension. Here, as I said earlier, all the answers are given in this paragraph. You will be asked 1 or 2 WF. First, you will be asked whether it's true, false, or not given. True, false question එකක් පළවෙනියට තියෙනවා. And then you will be asked to underline the correct. ඊට පස්සේ you will be asked to find a similar word, and then 1 or 2 WH words will be given, and there are some right. Those are the questions. And before that, let me find out. I am from Atulgama Mahavidyalaya. Okay, Puta, can you make it fast, please? Okay, we will try to finish quickly. I thought a lot of children want to. I don't know who this child is. Okay, we will try to finish as quickly as possible, right? But there are children who need lots of attention, so we have to consider about them, about other children as well. Okay, now let us. Don't worry, children, you will be getting the recording as well. So the recording will be uploaded in a YouTube. So you can go through you can refer to the recording later. The very first question is, state whether the following statements are true, false, or not given. Remember, either you put a tick or a tick within brackets they have given, or you put T for true, F for false, NG for not given. It's the easiest is, children, to put the tick, right? Oh, right? Tick එකක් දාන එක තමයි easy, because they have categorized 3 columns. True කියනට column එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා, false එකට දීලා තියෙනවා, not given එකට දීලා තියෙනවා. So easily, if it is true, ඒකට tick එකක් දානවා. False now, false එකට tick එකක් දානවා. If it is not given. When you put not given, remember the information which which is not given in the text, only you have to say not given. Okay, let's go through the not given කියලා අපි දාන්නේ information එකක් අපිට paragraph එකේ දීලා නැත්නම් විතරයි අපි not given එක දාන්නේ. එක වැරදි නම් නැත්නම් එක හරි නම් අපි not given කියලා දාන්නේ නැහැ. සමහර අය false එකයි not given එකයි confuse කරගන්නවා. Remember, பிள்ளைகள் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறங்க, not given சொல்றது இந்த டெக்ஸ்ட், இந்த paragraphல, இந்த பந்தியில உங்களுக்கு அந்த ஏதோ ஒன்று கேட்கப்படும் அந்த சம்பவம் இல்லாட்டி அந்த இது உங்களுக்கு paragraphல இல்லாட்டி மட்டும்தான் உங்களுக்கு அது அந்த பந்தியில கொடுக்கப்படாமல் இருந்தால் மட்டும்தான் நீங்க not given என்றதை டிக் பண்ணணும். Okay, let's go to the statements. First one, people still continue Mother Teresa's work after her death as they are inspired by her. Now see, go through the words, go through the sentence, and let's go and see where this sentence is, whether we could find this sentence in the text. Now in the paragraph, first paragraph, see, last sentence, even after her death. Even after her death. See, people still continue to remember Teresa's work after her death. So here we find, even after her death, there are people everywhere continue continuing the work that Mother Teresa had started years ago. So it is stated in the paragraph. So it is true. Okay. The second one, Mother Teresa had two siblings. We'll see whether it is given two siblings. Yes. Now see, in paragraph 2, it says her sibling. Paragraph 2, her sibling කියලා විතරයි කියලා තියෙන්නේ. But here, Mother Teresa was born in Albania in 19. Her real name, ඊට පස්සේ from a younger age, her parents taught her and her siblings. But they have never mentioned how many siblings Mother Teresa had. Mother Teresaගේ සහෝදරවරයෝ කියලා තියෙනවා. But කී දෙනෙක්ද කියලා අපිට ওই paragraph එකේ කියලා නැහැ. එතකොට අපි මොනවද දාන්නේ? Not given. දෙන්නෙක් කියන information එක නැති හින්දා, because there is no information, specific information about two siblings, we will say not given. So the answer is not given. Next statement 3. Before Mother Teresa went to India, she had not learned to speak English. She had not learned to speak English. Now look at paragraph 3, last paragraph. Now see, however, she had to undergo training first. First learning about being a nun and speaking and learning to speak English. She had to undergo training. She had to learn how to being a nun and learn to speak English. Even after reaching India, even after reaching India in 1929, Mother Teresa continued training එක තිබුණා කියන එක. So it is understood that this statement is Mother Teresa went to India, she had not learned කියන එක. Not learned කියන එක වැරදි. She learned එක true කියන එක තමයි true information එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒතර මෙතන කියලා තියෙන්නේ වැරදි විදිහට. The last one, Mother Teresa decided to help the poorest of the poor. So she had to live among them to experience their life. බලන්න sentence 4 උතන කියලා තියෙනවා බලන්න පුතේ. People were Mother Teresa felt she had to do more. She really wanted to do was to care for the poorest of the poor, people who were cast aside by the society. Right? එතකොට තව එකක් කියනවා මෙතන. So she had to live among. ඒගොල්ලන්ත් එක්කම ජීවත් වෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා එයාට හිතනවලු. බලන්න මෙතන. She had to experience their life. එතකොට experience their life කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ජීවිතේ විඳින්නනේ. Experience කියන්නේ experience කරන්න. එතකොට මේක it's a true sentence. ඒ කියන්නේ experience their life කියන එකයි to live among them කියන එකයි එක meaning එක. So it is true. So the answers for this is first one true, number 2 not given, number 3 false, number 4 true. Let us move to the other question. The underlined word that is closest in the meaning of to the following: mourned in paragraph. Mourning is අපි කාටරි කවුරුරි මැරුණොත් නැත්නම් කාටරි මේවා කර දුකෙන් අපි දුක් වෙන එක තමයි you call it mourning. So comforted කියන්නේ මෙතන comforted කියන්නේ පහසුවෙන් අර අපි comfort කරනවා කියන එක, right? You mean comfort කියන්නේ ease the pain. අපි කාගේ හරි pain එකක් ease කරනවා කියන එක. So it is not that. Gathered කියන්නේ එකතු වෙනවා කියන එක. Shouted කියන්නේ කෑ ගන්න. You shout. So here the word is they are asking for the word mourn. People all over the world mourn her death. Death කියන්නේ මරණයට දුක් වුණා කියන එකට. එතකොට මෙතන meaning එක wept and wa කියන එක WEPT wept. The second is the answer. Next one, desire. in paragraph. Desire කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? මොකක් හරි අපිට තියෙන desire එකක්, ආශාව, passion එකක් කියන එක. When Mother Teresa was 12 years old, she had the desire to dedicate her life to this එයාගේ passion එක, එයාගේ ආශාව, right? So dislike කියන්නේ මේකේ උත්තරේ. Dislike කියන්නේ එයා අකමැති කියන එක. Hate කියන්නේ එයා කැමති උනේ නැහැ. Support කියන එකට වඩා passion is the answer. Next one, write the word in paragraph 4 that is similar in meaning to give up. අපි give up කරනවා කියන්නේ අපි මොකක් හරි දෙයක් අතාරිනවා කියන එක. When you have something, so the best meaning here is paragraph 4 බලමු අපි. paragraph 4 එකට යමු. right, paragraph 4 එකේ අපිට තියෙනවා මෙතන give up කියන්නේ right, sacrifice කියන එක, right? Here sacrifice කියන එක. Felt she had to do more, right? So she really wanted to give up එයාගේ ජීවිතේ ගොඩ දේවල්. She was willing to sacrifice all that she had to live among them. හරිද? එතකොට එයා ගොඩක් දේවල් sacrifice කියන එක තමයි උතන හරි තේරුම. Give up is අපි අත්හරිනවා කියන එක, right? You give up something කියන එක. So meaning is sacrifice. Okay, so the word is sacrifice. Then question number 4, what do the following words in the text refer to? අපි දැන් paragraphs වල උඩ ඉඳලම when you go through the answer, just keep the pronouns also in mind. The first one is she in paragraph line 3, paragraph she. Here she කියලා අපි මෙතන Mother Teresa was also taught the importance of religion as she. එතකොට මෙතන Mother Teresa ව තමයි මේ she කියලා නැවත මේ paragraph එකේ කියලා තියෙන්නේ. The she pronoun refers to Mother Teresa. So එතකොට කියන්නේ Mother Teresa. Then ඊට පස්සේ අපි අපෙන් අහනවා them කියන what is the pronoun them refers to, right? Refers to in line 6. In line 6, let's go and see paragraph 4 again. Now see, she understood that she understood that to help them. How she's talking about the poorest people, poorest of the people, or people who were cast aside by the society. මේගොල්ලන් ගැන තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. So the answer has to be poorest people, නැත්නම් poor people who were cast aside by society. Cast aside කියන්නේ කොන් කරලා පැත්තකින් සමාජයේ කොන් කරලා තියෙන මිනිස්සු. ஒதுக்கி வைக்கிற மக்களுக்கு தான் நாங்க சொல்றது cast aside by the society, right? So it has to it can be poor people or people who were cast aside. Next one, give 2 qualities of Mother Teresa that made her well loved by young children. Everyone knows මේකේ මේ මුළු paragraph එකම අපි දැන් යන්තම් පල්ලෙහාට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. So we can write many qualities are there, but you can write kindness, patience, loving, right? ඒ වගේ qualities දෙකක් ඔයගලන්ට මේ ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Next one, which of the following sentence best explains that people like Mother Teresa's qualities could not be easily found? අන්න ඒක මතක ඒක අන්ඩර්ලයින් කරගන්න. could not be easily found. ඒ කියන්නේ ලේසියෙන් හොයා අනිත් අයගෙන් අපිට පේන්නේ නැති qualities, very rare. කලාතුරකින් අපි බලන මේ අපිට හම්බෙන්නේ නැති qualities do not happen very often. So we don't find these qualities in ordinary people. කියන එක තමයි. එතකොට answers are people like Mother Teresa, few and far between. Mother Teresa was also taught the importance of religion. අපි religion ගැන නෙවෙයි කතා කරන්නේ. Mother Teresa had the first glimpse of poverty of the people around her. Mother Teresa had the first glimpse of poverty. ගොඩාක් හරි එක තමයි, the very first one is the most appropriate. ඒ කියන්නේ people like Mother Teresa are few and far between. ඒ කියන්නේ very rare or do not happen very often. Mother Teresa වගේ අය හරි කලාතුරකින්. So that is the answer. Number 1. So let me go through the answers. අපි first එකට true false. First one true, second one not given, third one false, fourth one true. Second one number 2 wept. Next one desire in paragraph කියන එක passion. Number 4 is the answer. 3 write the paragraph, write the word in the paragraph that is similar in the meaning of give up කියන්නේ sacrifice. Number 4 pronouns වල අහලා තියෙනවා she in paragraph 2 line 5 Mother Teresa, them in paragraph 4 line 6 is poorest people or poor who were cast aside by the society. Give 2 qualities, it can be kindness, patience, loving, anything, right? And number 6 A, people like Mother Teresa are few and far between. That is question 15. And let me briefly talk about question 16. අපි essay එකක්වත් මේක ගැන කතා කරන්න අපිට වෙලාවක් නැහැ. But let me go through question 16. Write one of the following, use 200 words. Article එකක් තියෙනවා. හැම වෙලේම මතක තියාගන්න අර subtopics දීලා තියෙනවානේ. Internet links us globally. Include කියලා තියෙනවානේ. How communication takes place using internet කියන එක. The good and the bad effects of internet, how we can improve our knowledge through internet. Or subtopics වලට if you can write a paragraph for each topic with the introductory paragraph. මං කලින් එක paragraph එකකට කිව්වා you have to have an introductory line, but in an essay you have to have an introductory paragraph and a close paragraph. Apart from these 2 paragraphs, if you can write a paragraph for each of these facts they have asked, it can be 5 paragraph which can be easily covered 200 words. And this time we are expecting a dialogue, right? So the others or other write an essay, then the speech, everything. So if you can write the facts for each facts, if you can include a paragraph, it will be easy. And remember, look at the 4th one. Complete the following dialogue between Miss Anne, a foreign tourist, and a shopkeeper at a souvenir shop. Now, make sure that usually they will specifically say how many conversations should be there. A page is given for you, right? So make sure that you exchange conversation. There are 2 people talking, so you have to write many exchange conversation as possible. ඒ කියන්නේ shopkeeper Miss Anne කියන දෙන්නගේ අතර many conversations ඔයගොල්ලන් පල්ලෙහාට exchange කර කර ලියාගෙන යන්න ඕනේ. Shopkeeper Miss Anne and the ரெண்டு பாத்திரத்தையும் திரும்ப திரும்ப நீங்க many times கதைக்கிற மாதிரி நீங்க எழுதணும், right? So you can say by starting good morning. There is a question, madam verb change කරන්න තව question එකක් discuss කරමුද? Verb change.
That means reported speech.
Reported speech. Okay. Next, madam, ඊළඟ question එක කතා කරනකොට definitely එක කරන්න, right? We will. Okay. If time permits, definitely we will be sharing. Right. So last එකේ we are expecting පුළුවන් තරම් ළමයි පුතේ දුවේ ඔයගලන් you try to prepare how to write a conversation. When you write a conversation, make sure that you write good evening salutation, a good morning, how are you, and then at the end bye කියන ඒ වගේ දේවල් include කරන්න බලන්න. And also I forgot to remind you, sometimes you may get to write an email or an announcement. It's easy, children. Convert the note into email. Note ලියනවනේ note writing අපි ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනවා. ඒක මම email address එකක් දාලා ඒ note එක එහෙමම convert කරන්න email එකකට. notice එකක් attention please කියලා heading එක notice වෙනුවට attention please කියලා ලියලා announcement එකට convert කරන්න. අමුතුම අලුත් දෙයක් ඉගෙන ගන්න නෑ මෙතන. email එකක් ආවත් note එක ඔයගොල්ලන් note, you know how to write a note, so convert the note into an email and convert a notice into an announcement just by adding attention please instead of notice. So that's all that I have to say. So I hope you all understood many things. I'm taking leave from you all, but Madam Malika will continue with question 13 and 14. Over to you, Malika.
Right, let's move on to the 13th question. Again, it's a reading question which you can get answers from the paper itself, from the text given itself. So it's something very easy for you to answer this question. All the time, try to get marks from reading questions because it's easy for you and all the answers are given for you in the paper itself. So test 13 is again a reading question. Let's read the instructions given. Match the following advertisement with the requirements of the people given below. So the keywords here match the advertisement, following advertisements. There are 5 advertisements here. And also the requirements of people were given below. I think you can see in your paper. That is below here in different rows. Yes, let's read the read 1 to 5. Read 1 to 5 first. You are looking for quick access to public transport. That is the first one. You are looking for quick access to public transport. The second one, Mr. Rizvi, who has 3 cars and a van, is looking for a house. Number 3, Mrs. Mendes is looking for a house with tables, chairs, and other fittings. Number 4, Mr. Gamage, a teacher, would like to live in a peaceful neighborhood. And the 5th one, a reputed bank is looking for a place to build a new branch. Now, the most important things in these sentences are, I think, you are looking for a quick access to public transport. There are quick access. So that is the most important thing there. And in the second one, Mr. Rizvi, who has 3 cars and a van, is looking for a house. That means he needs a big garage, I think, for 3 cars and a van. So 3 cars and a van is the most important part there. And in the third one, Mrs. Mendes is looking for a house with tables, chairs, and other fittings. That means he needs a house with some furniture. And also the third one, Mr. Gamage, a teacher, would like to live in a peaceful neighborhood. Peaceful neighborhood. සාමකාමී පරිසරයක මේ තියෙන තැනක් තමයි යා හොයන්නේ. So a reputed bank is looking for a place to build a new branch is the 5th one. So for business purposes, they are looking for a building, right? So these are the things that you have to keep in your mind and find answers and write the numbers accordingly. Right, the first one, I think you are looking for a quick access to public transport. I think quick access is the key or important words there. So I think in the 4th one, you can see Within 5 minutes walking distance. A house within 5 minutes walking distance. That is a quick access. ඉක්මනින් ළඟා විය හැකි ස්ථානයක තියෙන්නේ. So the fourth one should be the answer for the first sentence. Number 2, now you can see 3 cars and a van. 3 cars and a van. So they need ample parking places space. Need a big garage, maybe 2 or 3 garages. So in the second one, I think you can see, second one, a house for sale in Nigambu, a house with 5 bedrooms, ample parking space with a large garden. So I think that is the answer for the second sentence, that is number 2. Number 3, Mrs. Mendes is looking for a house with tables, chairs and other fittings, that means furniture. I think third one you can find that furniture. 2-roomed house with furniture, hot water and 2 attached bathrooms. So it goes to the third one. Third one, number 3. Third sentence, number 3. Number 4, Mr. Gamage, a teacher would like to live in a peaceful neighborhood. That should be a calm and quiet place. I think in the first one you can find such a place. Newly built modern house, 2 bedrooms, calm and quiet surrounding. Calm and quiet. Nishabda parisareka tiyana. Peaceful neighborhood. So it matches with his requirement. So number 1 for the fourth sentence. The last one, a reputed bank. If a reputed bank is looking for a place to build a new branch. That means for business purposes, they are searching for a building. That goes to the 5th one, land for sale in Hanadura. They are the keywords, reputed bank. So, yeah, a reputed bank, the keywords for business in the 5th advertisement. Now, did you see how I found the answer? I didn't go through everything in the advertisement, but I went for the keywords or important vocabulary in both. And then I searched for the related things and matching words in both. So that's how you have to find answers very quickly. If you have practiced with lot of papers, with a lot of questions, I think this would be very easy for you. Even now you can find answers for reading questions this way, just like we discussed throughout the session, our webinar today, right? Now, you know, before go to the next question, I want to tell you that there are 5 reading questions in the oral paper, and those are test number 1, 5, 7, 13 and 15. Altogether, you will get 35 marks for this. So most of the children can get at least 30 marks, 30 or 32 marks for those reading questions if you follow the correct techniques of getting answers. I mean, finding answers. If you know the correct technique, it's very easy to find the answers because all the answers are there in the paper itself, and only 2 or 3 questions you will get outside of the paper. Maybe you will be asked about the synonym, antonyms, or definitions. So only for those questions you cannot give the answers. ළමයි දරුවනේ මට මතක් කරන්න ඕනි දේ තමයි paper එකේ තියෙන reading questions වලට තමයි ඔයාලට වැඩියෙන්ම ලේසියෙන් මේ උත්තර මේ හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් ලකුණු වැඩිපුර ගන්න. ලකුණු 35ක් හම්බ වෙනවා reading questions වලට. මම කිව්වා වගේ පළවෙනි එක 5 7 13 15 කියන questions පහට ලකුණු 35ක් හම්බ වෙනවා ඔයාලට. එතකොට මේ questions වල මේ ලකුණු ටික ගන්න එක හරි ලේසි. මොකද paper එකේ තියෙන මේ answers ඒ විදිහටම වගේ තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ලියන්න තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඔයාලට වෙන පිටින් හොයාගෙන answers ලියන්න නැහැ. ඒ ලකුණු 35න් 32ක් ගත්තොත් ඔයාලට සෑහෙන මට්ටමකට උඩට එන්න පුළුවන් ඔයාලගේ paper එකේ හොඳ ලකුණකට. So ඒක මතක තියාගන්න when you are answering the questions. So always follow the techniques that we followed and we wanted to discuss with you. Right. Let's move on to the 14th question. That is also one of the very important question when you are getting marks for your O-level paper. 14th question. You will be getting 10 marks for this question. There may be all the time there are two options. The first option is writing a letter. It can be formal or informal letter. Most probably informal letter comes. And also you will be getting a question related to bar graph, bar chart, pie chart, or a table to write a report. So those are the two questions in test 40. So I'll be discussing the option B, that is writing a description, writing a paragraph, writing on a chart or graph given here. Now let's go through the let's go through the instructions here. Now, as you all very well know, when you are writing the answer for this question, the first sentence given there is very important when you are writing your answer, the description, right? The following bar graph shows the results of a survey conducted among 100 grade 10 students of Navodaya Central College about the places they like to visit during the school vacation, right? Now, you have to study the chart and write a description about it. The following words will help you. First of all, before reading the words given in the box, let's have a look at the bar graph here. Now, as you all very well remember, there are two axes in a bar graph. That is the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. Vertical axis and the horizontal axis. In the horizontal axis, you can see some bars. Now here there are 6 bars about the places the students like to visit. And in the vertical axis, you can see the number of students participated or went to these, they like to go to these places, right? Now you can see the places they have located in different places in Sri Lanka. Ella, Sigiriya, Jaffna, Galle, Yala, and Singharaja. So there are different places they like to visit. And the number of children in the vertical line. So you, I think you can remember these. The vertical line comes from top to bottom. This is the vertical line. I think you can very well remember that now. The horizontal line is this line. Horizontal line. Tiras rekava saha siras rekava. Siras rekava උඩ ඉඳලා පහළට අඳින එක. තිරස් රේඛාව මේ පහළ තියෙන රේඛාව. තිරස් අතට ඇඳලා තියෙන රේඛාව. Right. Now let's read the words given in the box. Now the words given here: most, least, highest, lowest, many, less than, more than, equal, more popular, and less popular. Right. If you can use most of these words, it's better. But there's no need to use all the words because you have to write only 100 words for this question. So select the most easiest one for you, the easiest one, words for you. I think when we are writing, you can use those. Right. When we are writing the description, as you have told by your teachers, you can use the first sentence, changing only one word. The word that we are changing is following. Now, මෙතන දීලා තියෙන විදිහට පහලින් දැක්වෙන මේ බාර් ග්‍රාෆ් එක ගැන අපිට විස්තර කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඒ වුණාට අපි ලියනකොට අපි බාර් ග්‍රාෆ් එකට යට ඉඳලායි ලියන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා තමයි අපි following කියන එක වෙනස් කරගන්න ඕනේ. අනිත් ටික ඔක්කොම මෙතන තියෙන විදිහට නම් we can use the same words. Right? The following bar graph, we can write it the above bar graph, or else you can say the given bar graph. Right. Shall I read the first sentence for you? The given bar graph or the above bar graph shows the results of a survey conducted among 100 grade 10 students of Navodaya Central College about the places they like to visit during the school vacation. So that should be the first sentence of yours. Right. Now, you can write about the two axes, the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. Vertical axis and the horizontal axis. Now let's write about the vertical axis first. The vertical axis represents the number of students. The vertical axis represents the number of students. Now when you are writing the number of students, please don't write NO dot of students. You have to write the full word there, number, NUMBER, number of students. The vertical axis represents the number of students. And the next sentence should be about the vertical axis. The horizontal axis. The horizontal axis represents the places. The horizontal axis represents the places the students like to visit. The horizontal axis represents the places the students like to visit. And also you can add here, the places are Ella, Sigiriya, Jaffna, Gaul, Yala, and Singharaja. So now you have written 4 sentences in the first paragraph. Those are the 4 sentences that you have to include in the first paragraph. Okay. There should be 3 paragraphs actually for this question. Now let's go to the second paragraph. I'll show you after discussing how to write them again. Yes, one child has asked to give answers for the 13th question. I'll be given it at the end of this one. Wait. Right, okay. Now the second paragraph, you can use most, least, equal, low, more than and less than. I think more popular than and less popular than also can be added, or highest and lowest. Those things can be added in the second paragraph. Right. Now we can write about the most. Right. Now here you can see L is the most popular place. So we can say most of the students like to visit L, and least of the students like to visit Sigiriya. Now both are together. You can very well see the difference. L is in the highest place here. 35 students love to go there, and to Sigiriya only 5 students. So most and highest can be described like that. And yes, or else you can use lowest and highest as well if you like. So if you use lowest and highest, how to use it? The highest number of students, you can say the highest number of students like to visit L, and the lowest number of students like to visit Sigiriya. But you can use only one of them. No need to write both, most and least, highest and lowest. You can select either of the pair. And then we can go to equal. Now you can very well see Jaffna and Yala are visited, I mean, they like to visit Jaffna and Yala equally. That means you can say an equal number of students like to visit Jaffna and Yala each. An equal number of students like to visit Jaffna and Yala each. And even you can say the number that is 15 each. 15 each. Right. Let's go to, let's write a sentence comparing these given information. Now you want to use more popular and less popular. Now my method more popular and less popular when you are using it. අපි දෙකක් select කරගන්න ඕනේ ඉස්සලා. අපි select කරගමු Jaffna සීගිරිය කියන දෙක. මේකේ Jaffna තමයි වැඩියෙන් තියෙන්නේ, සීගිරිය අඩුවෙන් තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට අපි ඉස්සලා දාන්න ඕනේ Jaffna කියන එක popularity ගැන කතා කරද්දී. Right? එතකොට Jaffna and සීගිරියයි අපි select කරගත්තේ. අපිට ඕන එකක් මෙතනින් දෙකක් select කරගන්න පුළුවන් තමන් කැමති. එතකොට Jaffna and සීගිරිය select කරගත්තොත් මම Jaffna කියන එක තමයි ඉස්සරහට දාන්නේ more popular ගැන කතා කරද්දී. Now see how to write that sentence. Jaffna is more popular than Sigiriya among these students. If you want to add that part as well. Jaffna is more popular than Sigiriya. Now we have taken Jaffna and Sigiriya. Their Jaffna goes, I mean, it has the highest, most of the children like Jaffna. So I took it first. Jaffna is more popular than Sigiriya. Right? If I take one more example, අපි ගමු තව එකක්. සිංහරාජ and යාල කියන දෙකම මේ අභය භූමි කියන්නේ වනය තියෙන තැන්. එතකොට අපිට සිංහරාජ and යාල දෙකම ගත්තොත් සිංහරාජ is more popular. අපි ඒකට වැඩියෙන් ලියනවා සිංහරාජ is more popular than යාල. සිංහරාජ is more popular than යාල. හැම වෙලාවෙම අපිට වැඩියෙන් popular කියන එකට දාන්න ඕනේ ඉස්සරහට දාන්න ඕනේ වැඩියෙන් තියෙන එක. ඒකම තමයි අනිත් පැත්තට less popular than කියන එක අපිට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් අපි ගමු goal and යාල කියන දෙක. Now when we take these two bars, now you can see goal is less popular than යාල. So we write goal first. ඉස්සලම ලියනවා goal කියන එක. Goal is less popular than යාල. Goal is less popular than යාල. අඩුවෙන් තියෙන එක ඉස්සරහට දාන්න ඒකල සම්බන්ධ කරන්න less popular කියන වචනේත් එක්ක. හරිම ලේසි. ඔයාලා මේක ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරොත් අපි තව එකකට යන් ඒකෙම බලන්න. අපි ගමු Jaffna and goal. එහෙම නැත්නම් Ella and Sigiriya. Ella and Sigiriya. Sigiriya is less popular than Ella. Sigiriya තමයි අඩුවෙන් තියෙන්නේ. ඒක අපි ඉස්සරහට දානවා. Sigiriya is less popular than Ella. I think when you write all these sentences, you will get 100 words. Yes. One child asked to explain the Venn diagram. I'm really sorry because we have given only few minutes more. We can't explain a Venn diagram without having a diagram here. Can you send your school, Puta? If you send your school, we can send your teachers some description. Okay, right? I'll stop sharing this one and I'll show you the answer. Yes, one child has asked whether we are writing according to this bar graph. So we are going to share it. I'm going to share it. You can see the answer. Yeah, I think you can see my slides again. I'll show the answer with according to. this bar graph. Yes, you can add that even, but when you write the two paragraphs, you have written all 100 words. That's why I didn't go for that one. Yeah. Yeah, this is the answer. Dehami Karyavasam, is that you who has sent the question, I mean, your idea about the Venn diagram? No. If you can give your name and the school, we can share one answer with you, right? Because we were given only 3 hours here, so we can't exceed that time. We have only 2-3 minutes for that, right? Now let's see. This is the full answer. Now, when you write the first 2 paragraphs, you will get 100 marks. But still, if you want to add according to this bar graph that part, it's all right. We'll see how to do that, right? If you can't write the second paragraph properly with the sufficient words, you can go for the third paragraph. But it's better if you can write all 3 paragraphs. මේ තුනම ලියන්න පුළුවන් නම් හොඳයි. එනට වචන 100ට වැඩිය ගොඩාක් වැඩි කරගන්න එපා. මැඩම් සසිකලා කිව්වා වගේ ඒකෙන් අපිටමයි පාඩුවක් වෙන්නේ වැරදුනොත්. මොකද ලකුණු අඩු වෙනවා. හැම වෙලාවෙම දීලා තියෙන වචන ලිමිට් එකට මේ පුළුවන් තරම් ලිමිට් වෙන්න බලන්න. Right. Now this is the full answer. Now you can see. Now can you see there are some words underlined. Now here I have used some conjunctions. Now if you are familiar with these conjunctions, you can use them. ඔයාලට පුළුවන් ඒවා පාවිච්චි කරන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් full stop එකක් තියලා අලුත් sentence එකක් විදිහට පටන් ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. Don't worry about them. If you can use the conjunctions like I have used. Right. The question is, the above bar graph shows the results of a survey conducted among 100 grade 10 students of Navodaya Central College about the places they like to visit during the school vacation. මම මේ sentence එකේ හිම්පිටිම ගත්ත instruction එකේ එක වචනයක් විතරක් වෙනස් කරලා following කියන එක above කියන එකට වෙනස් කරගත්තා. මේ තාමත් ඔය විදිහට වෙනස් කරගන්න අමතක වෙච්ච ළමයි ඉන්නවා. මේ කරුණා කරලා එතකොට ලියා ගන්න මේ වචනේ above කියන එක මේ එක වචනේ අකුරු පහයි තියෙන්නේ අමතක වෙන්න විදිහක් නැහැ. Very easily you can remember the word. Right. Now here the second sentence I have described. The vertical axis represents the number of students and the horizontal axis represents the places the students like to visit. And I added again, they are Ella, Sigiriya, Jaffna, Gaul, Yala, and Singharaja. So those are the sentences that we can include in the first paragraph. Then you have to go to the second paragraph with the other details, the information given there. Most of the students like to visit Ella, while the least number of students, or while the least of the students like to visit Sigiriya. So no need to write, no need to repeat to visit Ella. Sorry, no need to repeat to visit again in the second sentence, while the least of the students like Sigiriya also can be written. Okay, an equal number of students like to visit Jaffna and Yala. Singharaja is more popular than Yala, whereas Gaul is less popular than Jaffna. Now you can see the comparison. I have used 2 places to compare the information given here. Singharaja is more popular than Yala, whereas Gaul is less popular than Jaffna. You can select any bars that you like, any information that you like. Right, the last sentence, according to this bar chart, according to this bar graph, we can see that these students like to visit different places in Sri Lanka, different places of Sri Lanka. According to this bar graph, we can see that These students like to visit different places of Sri Lanka, right? If you are sure of if you are sure, you can write the final sentence here. If you can summarize or if you can see the details correctly, you can write the last sentence. Okay, if you can use, yeah, one child has sent a message, madam, can we use only more than and less than? But you have to use most and least as well with equal. So those 5 sentences, if you can add those 5, it's better. According to this bar graph, if you are unable to write, please don't go to write it, because if you can summarize and get the gist only, you can write it. මේකේ හරිම idea එක තේරුණොත් විතරක් අන්තිමේකට යන්න. අනිත් ටික කරලා තිබ්බත් ඔයාලට ලකුණු 8ක් 9ක් හම්බ වෙනවා. So I think this is how you get marks. Yeah, you will get 10 marks for this. These 10 marks are given for the content. ඒ කියන්නේ වචන 100ක් තියෙනවා නම් හරි විදිහට ලියපු මේකට relevant ඒවා ලියලා තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාලට ලකුණු 3ක් හම්බ වෙනවා. එතකොට language එකට grammar mistakes එහෙම මොනවත් නැතුව spelling mistakes නැතුව තිබුණොත් ලකුණු 3ක් හම්බ වෙනවා. organization එකට මේක හරි විදිහට organize කරලා තියෙනවා නම් paragraph 3ට details ටික දාලා ඔයාලට ලකුණු 2ක් හම්බ වෙනවා. එතකොට mechanics of writing කියලා හම්බ වෙනවා ලකුණු 2ක්. capital simple ඕනේ තැන්වල තියෙනවා නම් ඒ වගේම punctuation marks, full stops, commas ඒ වගේව හරි තැන්වල තියෙනවා නම් ලකුණු 2ක්. all together yeah, altogether you will get yes 10 marks for this question, right? Do you have any questions? We have 1 more minute, I think. If you have any question, you can ask. Yes, we have 1 or 2 minutes. Right, okay. Yeah, shall we wind up our session today then? Yes, I must thank all the people who supported here today. First of all, I'm very much thankful to the zonal director Candy, Madam Chamari Andarage, for her this inspiring idea to have an O-level webinar at this last moment to support the O-level students who go for the exam this year, 2022 students, and for Madam Deepthi Priyadarshini, the DDE English for in the Candy Zone, for organizing this discussion with the help of this institution. Yes, we are very much thankful to both of them. Actually, this is a very thoughtful idea that they have decided to have this webinar at the last moment. Yes. And also I want to thank the teachers who shared the link with the others and with the other schools, and make your students aware about this webinar and make them participate for the webinar today. Yes. And I also want to thank to the this institution. Actually, I would like to thank to the APIIT for giving this platform to conduct this seminar today, the webinar today. You are always remembered by all of us in Candy Zone. We are very thankful to you. Okay. Now I want to thank Madam Sashikala, who joined me today to conduct this webinar. She represents the Zonal Education Office, Kandy, and Sashikala and myself would be thankful to all of you. Thank you very much.